Buckingham Palace is poised for fresh bullying complaints, but they do not relate to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, reports claim. Former staff are said to be debating whether to flag examples of alleged bad behavior inside the royal household in the last 5 years. There are reportedly at least 5 people ready to come forward in what one insider branded a can of worms. It comes as aides fear Kate Middleton could be dragged into Buckingham Palace's investigation into bullying claims against the Duchess of Sussex. Meghan is facing accusations she drove out 2 PAs and humiliated staff on several occasions, with the probe reportedly focusing on a tour of Australia in 2018. But the latest complainants are said to not have the Duchess in their sights, with their claims focused elsewhere in the royal household, The Sun reports. At least 5 former staffers are said to be trying to decide whether to report a string of allegations from their time serving the firm. The issues are said to have been reported at the time over rows between members of staff. One said, there was a bullying culture existing among certain members of staff, but given the hierarchical structure people were scared to come forward. Around 10 former workers are reportedly so far prepared to take part in the palace inquiry, which will be conducted by the Human Resources Department. Buckingham Palace said it was very concerned by the bullying accusations made by former royal staff against Meghan as it launched the investigation last week. Past and present employees have been invited to speak in confidence about their experiences of working for the Duchess. Even the Duchess of Cambridge and Duchess of Cornwall could be dragged into the fallout surrounding Meghan. Kate's former aides are said to be preparing to claim she saw the Duchess of Sussex's challenging behavior. The Mirror says it was previously reported the 39-year-old had stood up to defend her own employees when they were told off. A former worker said that was just one of a catalogue of instances where Meghan spoke out of turn to staff in front of others. These aren't isolated instances, and plenty of people witnessed Meghan's challenging behavior. It is now said both she and Prince Charles' wife Camilla could be called upon to help the probe into Meghan's alleged behavior. The investigation is believed to be centered around a trip the Sussexes made to Australia in 2018. The Duchess and her aides were said to have had a series of bust-ups during the 16-day visit. In one dramatic moment, it was reported Meghan's temper boiled over with an assistant before a hot drink was spilt. An insider told The Sun, the Australia tour is one of the most important in the royal world, but there have long been allegations of rows with staff. If these assistants come forward, it will form the center of the palace's bullying probe. It was a critical time. Meghan also got upset when she had to stay in a wing of the Australian governor's property, rather than the full mansion, reports claim. Just a month after the important tour of Australia, the Duchess's personal assistant Melissa Tubati quit, the second in a year. Allegations against Meghan were first reported by The Times, which said Jason Knauf, the Sussexes' then communications secretary, made a bullying complaint in October 2018 in an apparent attempt to force Buckingham Palace to protect staff. The newspaper reported Mr. Knauf sent an email outlining the Duchess's alleged actions to Simon Case, the Duke of Cambridge's then private secretary and now the cabinet secretary, after conversations with Samantha Carruthers, the head of human resources. Mr. Case then forwarded it to Ms. Carruthers, who was based at Clarence House. Downing Street said Boris Johnson continued to have full confidence in Simon Case, but the bullying allegations were a matter for the palace. Mr. Knauf wrote in his email, I am very concerned that the Duchess was able to bully 2 PAs out of the household in the past year. The treatment of X was totally unacceptable. The Duchess seems intent on always having someone in her sights. She is bullying Y and seeking to undermine her confidence. We have had report after report from people who have witnessed unacceptable behavior towards Y. Mr. Knauf left a few months after making his allegations and is now a close aide to Harry's brother, working as the chief executive of William and Kate's Royal Foundation. Buckingham Palace said it was very concerned by the bullying accusations made by former royal staff against Meghan as it launched the investigation last week. Meghan's spokesman said, the Duchess is saddened by this latest attack on her character, particularly as someone who has been the target of bullying herself and is deeply committed to supporting those who have experienced pain and trauma. She is determined to continue her work building compassion around the world and will keep striving to set an example for doing what is right and doing what is good. Buckingham Palace and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been approached for comment on the latest claims.